What's your name?
My name is Noah.
I'm Chip. Nice to meet you, Noah.
Hi.
What's your name?
Mas.
Mars. Nice to meet you. So I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the animals. Do you think animals deserve rights?
Living animals?
Sorry, I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for animals. Do you think
yes.
animals deserve rights?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
What rights do you think they deserve?
I think they deserve a good treatment before they are getting killed, of course,
Yeah.
for the meat.
Of course. Yeah, we have to kill them, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
the right circumstances.
Yeah. Also women, right?
No.
We don't have to kill women?
No.
Why not?
Because women are... Oh, that's a very tough question, actually.
Why don't we have to kill women?
Well, because we have rights. And
Because we have?
yes. Well, you
Because-
make me think. But you are vegetarian, you don't eat meat?
I respect animals, so therefore I don't kill them, yeah.
Okay. Okay, interesting. That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a hard question? Why we don't have why we don't kill women?
Because it's really weird, because in our society the comparison between animals and women are actually really different, because it's normalized that we eat meat and we
But
eat...
it was normalized for women not to have rights also, wasn't it?
Yes, but it's not normal. Yeah.
Anymore.
Anymore.
But
yes.
the fact that it was normalized for women to not have rights did not make it okay for women to not have rights.
No.
So the fact that it's normalized for us to kill animals, does that mean that it's okay to kill animals?
I actually don't have a good... how do you say that? Arguments about that?
Do you
Yes.
think we need to eat animals?
I think I feel that I have more, vitamin D or vitamin D.
That comes from the sun.
Ja.
Oh no, vitamin
Nee, eiwit.
Protein.
just
protein. Yes, when I eat meat.
You feel like you have more protein?
Yes, I feel better.
How do you
Yes.
feel protein? How does protein feel like?
It feels like having more power, maybe a bit stronger. I don't feel like, yeah. But
Protein doesn't give you that. Though.
Okay.
Carbohydrates make you feel that way, you know? If
Okay,
anything, protein
yeah.
just make you feel like sustain energy for a long time. But
Yeah.
but carbohydrates are the ones that give you energy, like, you
Yeah.
don't have energy. But either way, like, do you think there's no protein in plant-based products or stuff?
I don't know actually.
Can I-
Is there?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
I was vegetarian for 3 years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I've never eaten much protein, but for me it was not a problem though.
Yeah.
Because I was getting my protein from like yogurt or the nuts, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know that that's bad, right?
What
Being a vegetarian.
is that bad?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it exploits and kills animals.
Being vegetarian.
Yeah.
Well, why? Can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. So, in the production of milk, cows are treated like objects and killed. It's as simple as, why do cows produce milk?
For us.
So
No.
you're a
Really?
veganist?
Yeah,
Yeah. You know.
cows don't produce milk for us, no.
For who?
They produce biologically milk for their children.
Yeah, but now they are doing it for us.
No, now they're still producing for their children. It's just that we take away their children from them,
Yeah.
and then we say it's our milk. But if she were to have a child and I would take away her child from her, it doesn't mean she produces milk for me. It means she produces milk for her child. I just happen to take away her milk. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they produce milk for us. They produce milk for their children. We just happen to take away the children. But that's one part of it that's bad. We also forcefully inseminate them because they don't get pregnant when farmers don't just wait around for cows to get pregnant. They forcefully inseminate them.
Yeah. But what? But okay, wait. But do you think that being a vegetarian is better than, is worse than not being a vegetarian?
It's the same. So being a vegetarian, if you consume animal products, it's the same. It's like asking you, let's say you have two phones in front of you,
Yeah.
and one is causing slavery of humans, but has recycled materials, and one is not causing slavery of humans. Sorry, one is not causing slavery of one has slavery of humans
Yeah.
with recycled materials,
Yeah.
and what doesn't have slavery of humans, but is using rare earth materials, right? So they're still using maybe kids to mine through them or something, right? So which one is better? I don't know. They're both kind of bad. They just exploit different individuals in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of the whole point about being vegetarian or eating any animal product. It's pescatarian, vegetarian. They're all just dietary things. Being vegan is not about the diet. It's just it's a moral principle of respecting their rights, like how feminism is to women.
Yeah.
And if we lived in a world where let's say short women were to be consumed, we just had a society where we ate short women for whatever reason, then being a feminist would also imply a dietary change. It would mean, okay, well, I can't eat short women anymore because I have to respect their rights, right?
Oh.
It's as simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Do
Yeah.
you think there could be a society where there isn't gonna get eaten meat, like in about 50 years, maybe? Do you think that is possible?
100%. I think it will happen regardless if we think it's possible or not. Not because I'm not naive enough to think it's for the animals, because very few people, like even women, don't have their rights respected. Sadly, today, so it's not like everybody will always respect humans, animals, or everything like that. I think it will happen because it's just so inefficient to produce animal products. We have to grow crops, we have to cut those crops and feed them to the animals. Then we have to kill those animals. People who kill the animals suffer. It's a whole thing. So it's just highly inefficient and bad for everybody to do this to animals. So I think it will stop because of that, because of the efficiency. Because it's just so much easier to produce plant-based meat, to produce alternative meat, alternative protein sources, because you just have to grow some plants and mix them in a certain way.
How long does it take to produce plant-based meat?
I mean, obviously less time than producing animal products, because when it comes to animal products, we have to grow plants to feed to the animals. So if we just have to grow only plants, then obviously it takes less time than growing plants, feeding them to the animals, and growing the animals themselves.
Okay, and do you think that in what way are you gonna get that message to the world? Because what you're doing now, I have respect for that. You're talking with people, that's really good.
Yeah.
But how do you think? Do you have like a community that?
Yeah. So I can give you a card for that, for the community and stuff, but. There is a community. The problem is that very few people respect animals today, right? Most people consume animal products. So we can't make changes on a large scale yet.
Yeah.
Because democracy respects what people want, not what is right or wrong. So if most people want animals to be killed, they'll just continue killing animals. Especially knowing that industries who do this, they get subsidies from the government. They pay politicians. That's like the way they recycle money amongst each other, also that they can sell you more products.
Yes.
So I want that to stop. Like I wish that whole thing could stop. Then I'm sure that most people, like if you wouldn't find animal products in the supermarket, would you go around killing animals to eat them? Or would you eat? No, exactly. So most people wouldn't do it. But however, in order to get to that place where these people no longer produce animal products, we need more people to stop exploiting and respecting animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the problem is right now that people are thinking too easy, and they're thinking that, well, I'm one of the 8 billion people on this planet, I'm not going to make a difference. And I think that there are so many people that have that thought.
Do you think that's true?
That's what?
Do you think it's true?
What?
That an individual cannot make a difference?
No, because if any individual thinks that, of course it's not.
Nothing happens. And also one person can save up to 100 animals per year.
Well, exactly. So yeah, I think we need to bring that up to more people, and I think that more people should stand up for what they are thinking, because so many people have those thoughts and they think, yeah, well, nobody's gonna listen to me. I don't matter. You know, I'm just gonna eat meat. Anyone does it. But I think we have to be, as an individual, we have to make a. Zeg dat something?
Yeah, the same way boycott works. So people can say that boycott doesn't work, but if everybody, like just like South Africa, just like Palestine, just does that for a long period of time, it will cause problems for the industry.
Yeah, but this isn't even about causing problems on the industry. More than anything, it's about asking yourself who you are as an individual, the way I see it. Because even if my impact wouldn't make a difference, I would still not want to be one who supports exploitation, abuse, and slaughter if I have the option not to. Because the difference is, like let's say between, like if it comes to buying a phone, as I said, that's a metaphor. If you have the option between buying a phone that exploits humans and one that doesn't, how could you ever justify buying the one that exploits humans? You can't.
Never. No.
So it's the same when it comes to food. It's just that it's a choice that we make every single day, 3 times per day.
Yeah.
We make this choice where we buy a product that exploits an animal, we don't think about it, and we move on.
I also think that it really depends on the animals we learn to appreciate from a young age. Because I grew up with bunnies, I grew up with dogs, cats. I would
Yeah.
never eat that.
You never eat bunnies?
No, never.
But you know,
Also
there's a lot of
cats and
people who
dogs.
eat bunnies.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
But that's the way that we learn to have love for those animals and not for the others. Maybe if I grew up with horses or cows,
Yeah,
I
but
would
like
love it more.
a skill between the animals,
Yeah.
like pets, is just a hoe zeg je dat? Just you respect them, they don't eat them because it's not normal.
Yeah.
But we place the pigs and the chicken and the cows under the pets.
Yeah.
But
Just
eating
think
rabbits
they're
is
just-
normal. It's normalized eating
Yes, I
rabbits. And you don't do
But I
it.
don't do it because
Yeah.
I grew up with a bunny.
If somebody does it, do you think it's right or is it wrong?
No, I think it's wrong, and that's why I think what you say makes sense.
But this is
yeah.
the whole, and this whole thing about what you're saying is also one of the reasons why what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah.
Because what you're realizing is that there is no actual sense into which animals are sent to slaughter and which aren't. Because if this one animal that everybody says it's okay to slaughter, I think it's not okay to slaughter, that means that the line is just arbitrary. It just means that we at some point chose some animals and you grew up somebody telling you that it's okay to kill these animals. But is it really?
Did you grow up without eating meat?
No, I grew up also eating animals. Yeah.
And what was the trigger for you that you stopped?
When I learned about dairy cows, that they're forcibly impregnated, that their babies are killed, and I remember saying it doesn't happen in the Netherlands because, you know, you bike outside of Amsterdam and you see cows and you're like, it doesn't look that bad. But then you look into it and it's same practices everywhere, same thing happens everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit better whitewashed here. So you see the farms with the cows having space, but no, cows are,
At the end, it's
they don't just need space, they need more. Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's more than that. Like, their babies are still taken away from them. You look at the farm, you only see females. Where are all the males? Because the males get killed because they don't produce milk. So
Yeah.
it's this whole industry that's horrible. And my justification has always been that I'm not the one. I can't be responsible for it because I just want the products. I don't want what's happening to them. Like, in theory, you can find a situation where producing milk wouldn't be like this, right? Like, that's what I was justifying to myself. But then the more you look into it, the more you realize that there is no way where you can commercialize milk, whether on a small scale or large scale, and still treat the animal nicely. Because you will always have, if you're commercializing it, you will always have this animal needs to produce milk. Otherwise, what if they don't want to get pregnant? What if they can't get pregnant anymore?
That is horrible.
Farmers kill them when they can no longer get pregnant. And that happens at a third of their lifespan. So should they just keep on paying for them to be fed for the rest of their life, right? So it just ends up like economically, it doesn't make sense if you think about it. And then, yeah, I just realized that I am responsible for my choices. So I said, I don't want to be that person. I don't care about animals in particular. I just care about justice. And I don't like being a person who supports injustice when I have the option not to.
Okay, where can I find more about you?
I'll give you a card, but I'll give you one more question, and it's a hard one. Okay, how many more animals should be exploited, killed on your behalf from now on?
From now on, that's a really hard question.
Yeah, because half of your brain is saying that would mean I have to change, and half of your brain is knowing what the
I'm
right thing
already
to say.
thinking about
Yeah.
like not eating meat, but I don't even know how many get killed right now, so I find that really hard to say. Actually, I need to dive deeper into that
Yeah,
to know a good answer.
but does it have to be more than 0?
Yes, because we have a whole industry that
Do they have to be killed for you more than 0?
it's really hard. I know for myself that I will probably. Oh, it's really hard. I'm actually. I don't know.
Okay, let's do this because I'll give you cards, okay?
Yeah.
And here on this card, there's a documentary called Dominion. And then the next thing is the most important speech you'll ever hear. Dominion shows what animals go through, and it has happened in the Netherlands also. If you can't watch that because it might be a bit gruesome, it might be a bit graphic,
Yeah.
watch the most important speech you'll ever hear. But can you promise me you'll watch one of these too? Just to get informed about what animals
Yes.
do. And just as a small exercise of I don't know, holding yourself responsible, until you watch it, don't consume any animal products. Do you think you can do that?
Okay, that's a fair deal.
I appreciate you.
Okay.
Have an awesome day.
Yeah, thank you for your
And
work.
Yes.
yeah, let's make changes, because it's, you know, if any of us were in their position, we wouldn't accept anything but fucking stop, right? We would
Sure.
ask as much as we can. So luckily you're not in their position, but you're in this other position where your choices could mean life and death for an animal.
Yeah, true.
Every single choice you're making.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good
nice
one.
day.
Cheers.
Do they hate us on social media?
I don't think so. No.
Support. No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just there's people and people. So there's people here who are like vegans and they're like nice, and there's people who are like not, and they're like, how dare you tell people what to do? How dare you know?
Yeah.
So it's like that.
That's discussion, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Good luck.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.